If you want a new life and you struggle with setting a routine and keeping it, creating new habits, then this video is for you. Routines. I mean, everyone talks about it. It's been one of the prime reasons I am where I am today. I've obsessed over routines over the years. I've tried, and I bet you have too, I've tried every kind of checklist. I've tried giving myself reminders, hiring accountability. Sometimes I'm strong, sometimes I'm weak. I've tried less categories, more categories. And here's what I learned the other day. I was listening to Bob Proctor, and he was being interviewed, and he said something about one routine. Set one routine. And I thought to myself, wow, here's what I got out of that statement, that little one-line statement. I thought about something that my real estate coach taught me years ago, Mike Ferry. He said that if you can discipline yourself in the area of health, you can discipline any other area of your life. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. What he meant is that discipline, and I didn't know it at the time, discipline begets discipline. How you like that word? Discipline breeds discipline. You just need one routine to get the discipline started in your life. If you're undisciplined, you wake up every day and your body is trained to do whatever it wants. And it will be rebellious. So you've got to train it. You got to train your body. And for some people, that's going to take longer. It's going to be more difficult. You're so hard-headed. And so here's what I've learned. So let's just take, for instance, working out, exercising. And just a few days ago, I posted something on my social network, and I said, what is the one routine? And people weighed in on different things. And somebody said, drink a glass of water a day. And whatever it is, according to Bob Proctor, do it every single day. He said, you got to find something you're going to do every single day. And I go even further than that to say it's about creating integrity with yourself. What you don't want to do is keep breaking integrity with yourself. You're never going to reach for a new level or a new season of life if you can't establish integrity with yourself. Trust me, I'm an expert at breaking integrity with myself and then restarting integrity with myself. And the most prolific seasons of my life, the most fruitful, the most successful, the most exciting seasons of my life are when I am disciplined. Think about it. When you start to become disciplined, you start to feel better immediately. So the one routine, the one discipline is important because I think the one is the catalyst. And that's why I say it's as easy as this. You just need one. Maybe it's getting up at the exact same time every day. Getting up at the exact same time every day. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have, or a solopreneur, if you have more control of the average person over your schedule, you've got to be careful you don't fall into the rut of just waking up in the morning, drinking a cup of coffee, hanging out, reading a little bit. You can't just be all over the place. Trust me, I've tried to do that. But what's powerful is if you decide intentionally. I think the mornings for me are about getting my energy. So how many of you ever tried the cold shower, Wim Hof technique? And you go, oh my gosh, it's so cold. I'm used to taking hot showers. Well, here's what I learned. If you work out in the morning, several things, and you can choose whatever you want. But for me, I'm starting to learn. And by the way, my exercise routine has never been at the top of the priority list. I sleep good. I've done all the things that all the experts say now. I sleep good. I'm eating better. And I am exercising. But as you can tell, not like the some of the people that you see out there and you want to follow and you go, I want a body like that. That's not me yet. But I'm convinced now that I can actually be that guy, right? So seeing it is the beginning, and that's another topic. But here's what happens when you begin to work out. And here's why I like working out in the morning. When you work out in the morning, and I'm talking HIIT workouts, like breathe heavy, 20, 30 minutes. If you're working out, go, if you're doing strength training, go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Get yourself breathing heavy. Take a quick break. Do it again. One to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And I'm even on YouTube, and I'm going through like the little YouTube things, where somebody's like, hey, today you got to blah, 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 blah. Go to the next one. Let that play on repeat a few times until it gets in you. Just walk over, go to the next one. Keep working out, right? And then when you get finished, then you go jump in the shower. And what I found is when you work out and you get your body energized, you get your body pumped up, you get, everything moving inside of you, you go to turn that water to cold and you jump in, 1,000,000 times easier. It's a hack, man, I promise. It's 1,000,000 times easier to do the cold shower thing and get those mitochondria fired up for the day. And I'll just give you just a couple more ideas. So I realized in my life, I would have I've got right now my routines, and I can post this at some point. I've done it before. I have several routines, and I've got a checklist in my Nosby app that just tells me each day, do this, check it off, check it off, check it off, check it off. I've got affirmations in there. I've got links to my life plan, to my business plans that I look at a certain point. I've got Bible reading stuff, spiritual prayer stuff, worship stuff, to just get myself spiritually, mentally, physically fired up for the day ahead of me. If I win in the morning, I win all day long. It's like you get yourself started. If you fail in the morning, it's going to be hard for you to have a great day. Mentally, it's going to be hard for you to keep integrity with yourself, be on fire with all of your appointments and everything you're trying to do. So one of the things I realized for a while, I fell into the slump. We got these new puppies. They're actually behind me on the floor here. And we got these new puppies. And so my wife would call me in the mornings, and we had this thing called puppy time. So I was like, okay, puppy time. Put that in the routine. Puppy time was like around 8:30 in the morning. It's kind of the end of my early morning routine and all those things I do to get my energy. And I do dreaming sessions. I listen to recorded affirmations over my life that I've spoken with my own voice, et cetera, et cetera. But what would happen is I'd come in for puppy time, lay down on the bed, puppies, we're rubbing them, they're licking us, we're all excited. And by the way, they're golden doodles, cutest things ever. And there's a mental exercise happening. They're absorbing so much mentally from me for the day, which is amazing. But then it would be like, it would fall into like hangout. And then I'd go into the kitchen and I'd make coffee, and then it would be hangout. And what would happen is my start time into my business phase of life was getting later and later and later. And then of course, okay, well, I'm like, all right, I started day trading. And I'm like, okay, well, to day trade, I need to start like around 9 or 9:15. I'm going to do my pre-market scans. I'm going to look for gapping stocks, market opens. I'm going to trade for half an hour and then start my business day, right? So I was like, okay, well, that gives me a stop there. The problem was getting through that transition. So what I decided was the shower was the trigger for me to jump straight into the next phase of my day. Sometimes that's all it takes. You just take a look. There's something, where did it unravel? And then you create a transition. You create a trigger routine that will get you moving into the next phase. I know some people are just going, man, I can't stand people like Chuck that are talking about productivity all the time. I don't want to live like that. And hey, I get it. I understand. And there are some people that are more improvisers. I'm a planner, and I get that too. If you're an improviser, this is going to be a little bit different for you. You're going to wake up and in many ways, you're going to follow the path of yes. But to follow the path of yes, it's much better if you don't use your creative energy trying to recreate how you're getting your energy or how you're planning or how you're dreaming. If you could put some routines in place, that's why I said just start with one, create integrity with yourself, and it'll lead to more. What do you think about this? I'd like to know about some of the routines you have in your life. I'm trying to make this simple right now. Maybe I just made it more complicated. But I've made it my life's aim to help more people reach the absolute highest level of their potential. I believe that most humans are way below what they can possibly become. Whoever you are today, no matter what you've accomplished, I'm just saying right now, it blows my mind to see what some people have done in 1 year or 2 years. We call those the banner year, the quantum leap. If you want to set yourself up for that, make some big changes in your life and make them now. And I think it's going to start with choosing a routine. You need a catalyst. All right? Let's go. Leave some comments. Let's talk about it.